Like what you think here is the thing that will happen to you. So when you
Yes.
say that, I asked you, why do you want to become rich? And you answered me, so that my needs can be met. So if you look back into the life, or right now, if you analyze yourself, you will see only your needs are being met. You're not going beyond that.
Like going beyond means you want to mean like giving it away for the people who really needs it.
No, I mean that you're enjoying and feeling very good with the money.
That is what you want us to feel.
Yes.
Okay, yes, that is, yeah, I completely agree with that. Huh?
So this is how the money will affect. See, many people doesn't even know that money is an energy. Energy of your base chakra, that is your root chakra, that is your livelihood. And many people have a belief system that if you're a spiritual being, if you're a good person, you cannot be greedy. So there are many belief system around money. And I think every belief system around money is of no use. If you're onto the earth, you have your certain needs, you have your certain dreams. So money is a mode of exchange for that. So when the person will feel, okay, I'm very comfortable with the money, it's okay to earn money, and I deserve money. So your base chakra, your deservability, your mindset will decide how much money will you have. So when you said I need comfortable money, if you really analyze yourself, you felt, you already analyzed, and you realized that you're already going through that process, because that is your mindset. So everything that happen around money in your life is your own mindset. Money is a pure form of energy, and this energy comes to you according to the vibration that you hold in your body, and that vibration is getting created through your base chakra. That is your livelihood. So basic, if you think that, okay, it's my basic right to have money, you will have money. Is it clear? Can you relate it? Just try to relate with yourself, all of you.
Can I take a few minutes on this?
Yes.
Uh, Doctor, I have done this money workbook with True Access. And for the last 5 to 7 years, for me, money was power, exchange, energy, all that. But since the time I spoke to you about a month ago, when the word money comes up, I consciously remember that my father wasted a lot of money on certain habits of his. And at the end of the month, my mother had to borrow money. Like even today, just now when you asked what is money, the first stupid thought that came in my head was that my mother going to the neighbor's house to borrow money. Whereas it was always been money is power, money is luxury, money is energy. For the last 1 month, this has been playing in my head, and I'm trying hard to push it off, saying, I want the luxuries of life. I deserve the luxuries of life. So this thought came again in my head, and I was pissed off. Maybe tomorrow's my father's birthday, that's why, but whatever the reason, it's getting me irritated.
So how did you feel at that point, not with the conscious mind of today? How did you feel at that point when you saw your mother going and borrowing money?
Ashamed. Because of one guy's vices, that you have to go to another person with your hand outstretched, very ashamed.
Yes. So what you need to do here is, you need to let go of that ashamed feeling that you felt, that is energy of your mother. So you're holding on to energy of your mother, going and begging, and you felt ashamed. So there was an emotion created in you through the situation, and there was a person involved. That is your mother. So your primary caretaker, your mother. It's very important, right? And second energy that you need to release, the second part of you is like anger towards your father and anger towards money. Because he wasted money, your mother has to go and borrow. And the another point was, I'm angry why money is so important in life. What was the need that she has to go and beg?
Got it.
So a lot of anger towards money will be there. Anger towards your father will be there. So if you have anger towards your father, you won't be able to connect to the masculine energy. And if you're not able to connect and activate your masculine energy, you won't be able to create the energy of money that you're looking for.
Okay.
So this is where you need to let go. So healing with the mother, healing with the father, and in the same process, healing with money will happen. That will help you to overcome what is going on, and then you see where you will reach when it comes to money.
So what do I do? Say the forgiveness prayer for my father, or
No, forgiveness is never a solution to anything. Forgiveness means that you're feeling superior and you have accepted that the person has done wrong. So
okay,
when you're accepting the person has done wrong, you're creating another energy of superiority in you that is not needed.
got it.
But when you go for forgiveness, it is going to be a temporary access to your life. Try to understand. Try to understand whatever happened was their story. It was the
Yes,
story of my mother and it was the story of my father.
got it.
I'm no one into that. Okay. So they are playing according to their karmic cycle with each other.
Okay,
So you have to understand the larger picture of the life. When you understand, your anger, your frustration, your ashamed feeling will start going up. It will start melting out of your body. And then you will see a lot of changes. And meanwhile, you can work on yourself saying that I let go of this feeling. It's over. It's past. It's over. It has nothing to do with today. So start giving freedom to the flow of money in your life by releasing it out.
got it.
I hope I'm not very complicated. I've given you.
No, no, I understood that. Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Dr. Kirti, hi, Namita here.
Hi.
So, just continuing with what you just said, you said let go, but how can you let go without forgiving?
Hmm. This is the only question? Shall I
Yes,
say? Yeah.
yes.
See, when you say I forgive, what does it mean? When do you forgive someone? When you know that the person is wrong. And until you are stuck into the game of right and wrong, there will always be a blame. So the part of you is still stuck into the energy of the blame game, even though you're forgiving the person. So that is why I'm saying, if you feel that, okay, I can start with the forgiveness, you can start with the forgiveness, but you have to reach to the level of understanding what actually has happened and what is the bigger picture of that. So as we have also discussed in the earlier episodes, every week that we are doing at 9 p.m. on Monday, that everything that is happening in your life has been already decided by your soul according to the life you have already lived in your past lives. So you have decided something to come down. If there is no spice in the life, how you're going to live? So you have created this spice in the form of pain, hurt, betrayals, because you wanted to know and understand what emotions are. So now when you have created it by yourself, how can you blame someone else? So how you're saying, how the person is saying, not you means not you. In general, what people are doing, they go for a shower and by mistake, the soap is going into the eyes and it's burning. And you start blaming the soap. How can you go into my eyes? But still, I forgive you. It's okay. I forgive you for today. It doesn't happen. You have used your hand, and it was like by your own self that has happened to you. It is as simple as that. Everything happening in your life, you have created it by your own self. You wanted that experience to happen. If you can accept this fact, trust me, you can accept anything in the world. And you will see how powerful, how beautiful, how blissful your life is going to be. Very simple. Try it out. But if you feel that, okay, in start, I cannot directly go and jump onto the understanding level, it's okay. Start with forgiveness. I'm not denying to that. But make sure that you're reaching to the understanding level and coming out of that blame game completely. Until you are into the blame game, there will be a chain, there will be a hook, always. So you have to come out of that hook, right? So it's better to come out of the blame game.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with what you're saying, but I was taking forgiveness as a tool for letting go. But now I think you clarified. So acceptance is the tool for letting go rather than forgiveness.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
This time when you let go with acceptance, you will see it will stop coming to you completely. But when you let go with forgiveness, you will see somewhere or the other in your life, it will start popping up.
Yeah.
So unless and until it stop popping up in your life, or you feel it is not at all making any difference in your life, whenever that memory is coming up, that time you have mastered it. That is the time you can be sure that you have let it go completely.
when you
One-
start accepting it as something that happened for your learning, for your growth, uh, then I think it just the learning is taken in, imbibed, and it just goes away completely.
Yes. Yes. So when
Yeah.
you go for university, you choose the subjects. So you cannot blame your university for conducting exams.
Hmm.
In the same way, you're choosing certain emotions. So you cannot blame anyone else because you're going through the pains. Hmm. Very
Correct.
simple. I'm telling as simple as possible with the examples that I can give.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Sushma has asked, how do we change scarcity mindset?
Just by switching it off. So when you feel scarcity, understand which part of you is holding it. Just let it go. Switch it. Say, yeah, there is abundance. One thing very shockingly, everyone is born with abundance. Okay. So the thing is like the number of oxygen levels that you hold every second you're breathing, right? So if the oxygen level is there, the supply is there in abundance, do you think money won't be? When you're coming down onto the earth, you have decided everything, you're pre-decided. Unless and until there is a huge karmic story that is involved, everything is pre-decided. So when you allow yourself to move and come out of that particular situation, you will see a lot of changes. Try to understand why you've chosen it first place and start releasing it out. So when you start releasing out from the chosen place, you will see a lot of changes coming up in your life. Try it out, take baby steps. Don't jump to the conclusion immediately. Take baby steps and slowly go with it. Hmm. Yeah. So if in childhood, if you're seeing your parents is going through the struggle, it's better first you release the energies of your parents, give it back to them, let go of the struggle, disconnect, become less loyal to them, saying that I stop being loyal to you for going through the same struggle again, and then take back your power and your ability to create money in your life, whether you're earning, whether your husband is earning, or any male earning around you. वो कहते हैं ना, मेरा पैसा मेरा, मेरा पति का पैसा भी मेरा. So in that way, so woman has the right to receive, whether they are earning by themselves or they're receiving from the male of the family. Take back your energy, and men has the ability to create the money easily. The only thing is they need to understand their ability, their capability. They need to clear up where they have blocked the money. And especially the money blocks happens at the base chakra. So from the base, from your root, from your livelihood, when you understand your livelihood and you respect it, you accept it, you allow the flow to happen, you will see a lot of shifts and changes in money area as well, because money is nothing but the energy. It is a pure form of energy. Nothing to do with spirituality, nothing to do with greed, nothing to do with any religious belief into that, nothing to do with anything else. It is just a pure form of energy, barter system onto today's world. So in this 21st century, it is the most usable barter system to get what you're looking for. That's it. If you take money in a simpler form, it will flow to you. Hmm? Okay.
Yeah. So Sushma is asking that then as a woman, how can I attract money if it's easy for men?
I'm not saying that money is easy for men. I'm saying you that women has capability to receive money. Either they earn by themselves or they receive from the male of the family, like either father, brother, husband, like major male that you see, or child and all. But with the men, it is easy for them to earn. Okay, instead of receiving, they have the ability to earn easily. So it is not about it women cannot attract money. If woman does not have ability to attract money, how the housewives are surviving? They're very happy being housewives, they're enjoying the money in their house. So it is not about men and women. I'm talking about, if you're clear about receiving money, you will receive it no matter in which form you're looking for. Either you're looking from the male of the family or you're wanting to earn by your own self. But for male, it becomes compulsion to earn. and they have that ability to earn easily. That was the point here. Got it, Sushma? Okay. You're welcome. Yeah, Deepti.
Yeah, I think these abilities are also built on how the society is based. Like, from childhood, a male is always trained to think that, yes, he has to earn, whereas a girl is trained that it's an optional thing. So I think that's also where there's a difference in how easily we receive things from where.
It is not about belief system, Deepti. It's about universal law. Universe has made men to earn and women to take care of the family. So now there is a choice for the woman to take care of the family and also to earn. See, even the woman is earning, who is managing the house? At the end of the day, woman is the person who will manage the house. And man is also earning. So it's not about that it's a belief system, but it is the universal law. It's a fact that men has to earn. So it's not about that it's compulsion for them and it's not compulsion for women. That is the universal law that cannot be denied. Hmm. And it's the choice of the person individually then. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I have one question. So I noticed a pattern in my life that so I always have the money when I need it, but there are times when to receive more money, I first need to use the money I have. So it's not like the flow of money stops. It's just that I don't always have excess. So I'm not worried about being completely broke. Sometimes I don't have excess. So is that scarcity mindset or uh, how,
It's
how would you
satisfactory
explain?
mindset. That is satisfactory mindset.
Okay.
So satisfactory does not mean that you're if you're satisfied you will have less money. If you're not satisfied you will not have money. It is about that is a belief in you that whatever is needed will come to me. I don't have to store. So you need to understand what is a belief system towards it and how to feel about it. Understand the emotion, situation, and the belief system. So when you understand these three of them, you will easily know from where you have built up this and how you stored that in your body. And then you started creating the same energy towards the money. So now when you're
So
doing it, just go with 3 points: emotion, situation, and the inner child. With that, you will automatically know that what is the belief system that you have stored.
so you're saying this will be a recurring pattern in different areas of my life also, not just
Yes. Yes. So one thing, yes, that money is a form of energy that can be seen in other areas of the life as well. So many people know what they say: if I have money, I will have happiness. Why? Because they are seeing that many things that they are not able to buy or enjoy in their life because they feel that they don't have enough to spend. Because according to them, enjoyment something where I can go and spend in particular area. So people need to again understand here what is that I am looking for to enjoy through money. Some people, they feel very nice when they go for addictions, like when they buy substance abuse for the body, they feel very good. They feel, wow, I'm so rich, I can have the richest drink in the world, richest liquor in the world. But some people, they are deadly against it. That does not mean they don't have money to spend. So it completely depends on how would you like to spend the money, in a productive way, in a destructive way, or in a pleasant way. So it completely depends on person to person again. And yes, if you're not able to attract money in your life, it can also start showing the effects in other areas of the life. It could be relationship. Obviously, emotionally, it already started spoiling you within. There could be, issues in the health as well. There could be issues going out with the other things in the life, like, peace of mind and all. So that is why money is getting so important nowadays, because people feel that only with that relationships can also be better, but it is not. Hmm? Is it clear with you, Alifia?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else has anything to ask, or should we start our meditation around the energy of money?
Yes, ma'am, I have a question. I'm joining for the first time, inner child. So I wanted to know, what is the concept of inner child? What is it exactly?
See, inner child is a part of you that got disintegrated after you have taken birth onto the earth. So it could be in your growing period, either in the womb or after you have taken birth onto the earth. And it can be around, growing period of 0 to 12 years, basically from 0 to 6 years, where your own part has got disintegrated through you because the unpleasant situation around you. And when the part of you is getting disintegrated, for the first time, it could be from the womb till 0 to 6. Second time, it could be from 6 to 12. And third time, it could be from 12 to 16. And until you reach your teen, you got sure about what is happening inside you. So when you, through the inner child, you will create the belief system. And the part of you that is getting disintegrated from you is called as inner child. So
Okay.
part of you that felt unpleasant and does not wanted to grow with that unpleasant situation and belief system, they will get disintegrated from you. As if removing little water from the bottle and the bottle is getting empty, in the same way. And
Okay.
obviously you're born with, abundance of energy you're born with, but because your inner children are getting disintegrated, you will see there will be a lot of loss of energy, and that is why a person will start feeling weak and low by the time they are growing into their age.
Okay, okay. So as you said, it has a age factor, like till 16, or it can go like more,
It can
like
go to any place. It can go to
any.
any age, even to the current age, it can get disintegrated. I'm talking about the earliest time that it starts disintegrating. So first could be even when you have entered the womb of the mother. From that time until now, it can disintegrate any time. But basically, the roots of the inner child, the roots of the belief system comes from the earlier ages.
Okay, and it disintegrates because of various situations in, like in the home or with parents, various reasons, right?
So, for example, if suppose the soul has entered the body and it's a female soul, and the parents wanted to male child, or maybe they had the pressure of male child, obviously the child will know the energy, what is happening outside, because the child
Yeah.
is at home. So the first disintegration of the child will be shocked, betrayed, and hating the sexuality. My God, I'm a female, my parents are not going to accept me, the situation is not going to accept me, so let me become the male. Physically, the child cannot convert itself from male to female or female to male. Mentally, the child will start converting themselves. And that is where now maximum PCOD had started with the woman. And it is also growing at the earlier ages, because they don't want to be female, they want to be male. So what they did, they can activate the hormones. So the person is born with both male and female energies, and the hormones are there in the body, both male and female. So what will happen? They will start creating and activating male hormones more than the female hormones. So the first disintegrity was betrayal. First it was shocked, then felt betrayed, and then rejected the femininity. And it happens same with the male child also. If the parent is wanting female child, the child will feel rejected as a male. It will release the energy of that, and it will start living like a female. So this is how inner child gets created. So this was just an example. There are many things that will come up. So after birth, suppose something has happened in the house, very unpleasant, or maybe there is a fight in the house. The child will feel insecure. It will feel ashamed, and it will also feel that, oh God, this is something I cannot take. So that part of the child will go away, and rest of the part is growing up.
Whatever was going on in the situation, that child will pick it up.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what will happen during the growing phase? They'll take everything into them.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Kirti, I have a question. As you have mentioned and related this PCOD with the disintegration, I would like to know about the affirmation, that can normalize all the hormones.
I balance my hormones.
Okay.
I
that-
balance my hormones
Hmm.
emotionally, physically, spiritually, or I balance the hormones of my mind, body, and soul.
Okay. That will only work.
Yes.
How do you do that?
When you say the affirmation, you need to feel that your left side, that is the female side, and right side, the male side, is coming into balance. So you have to feel the balance coming up. You have to feel that energy of balance in the body with the male and female energy. And when you do that, it's also about, again, if you want to connect the same energy with money, it's about receiving money and giving money. So when you receive and you're not able to give, there's a disbalance in the body. It does not mean that if you're earning $1,000, you have to spend all $1,000. But if you are able to earn $1,000 and you feel there's a need of spending $500, you need to spend, instead of thinking, okay, I don't want to spend, I want to keep all this money because this will help me in my poor, future. It will help me when I grow old. So looking into your necessities, if you're not able to spend on the necessities, then there will be a block of money coming into you. So again, receiving and giving has to be there. Hmm. Is it clear? So balancing has to come through receiving and giving. Receive, give. Emotionally, if you want to receive something, you have to also give. If you want to feel loved, you have to also give love. You neither can give lot of love and not receive, and you can neither feel that, okay, I'll receive the love and I won't give. Start balancing. Balance is very important. If you're not able to go through the balance, understand why, which inner child is blocking, what is the belief system, and it will help you to come out of it. You're on mute if you're saying something. Yeah.
I have written the PCOD affirmation. Somebody had asked for it. I have written it in the chat so people can.
It is not only about PCOD. This affirmation is for both male and female. Whether you want to go for your health, finances, relationships, for your well-being, for everyone, this affirmation is good. I balance my hormones physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Both with male and female, this is the universal affirmation.
Dr. Kirti, I have a question just out of curiosity. Like if affirmation can do all those things, then why we need to go into this deep inner child meditation so that it can happen very quickly compared to the affirmation?
No, it's not that way. See, you need healings and deep inner child work, because with affirmation, you can allow the body to come into the temporary mode. It is like saying to your brain every day, okay, this is what is happening. But with the healing, what will happen? You will bring back the inner child. You will help the inner child to let go of what has been stored, integrate that inner child in you, and then affirmation will help to bring the file of positivity in you. It's like you put the tree, you have to nourish, you have to water it every day. So affirmation will help to water the tree every day.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Deepti, too.
You're welcome. Okay, should we start? It's 9:35.
All are okay to start?
Yes.
Okay. So all of you, sit. Don't lie down, sit. Close your eyes and relax. Keep on breathing. Allow your breaths to flow into your physical body. Feel the breaths going in and coming out. And when you're breathing, allow your consciousness to know and understand where are you blocking your money. The flow of money is abundant and universal to everyone who is born onto the earth. So try to understand where are you blocking the flow of money. First thought, first impression, first feeling, what comes up in your mind. Keep on breathing into your body and allow your subconscious mind to reveal where are you blocking money in your life. What is the belief system around money that you're holding? So breathe into your body and at the count of 3, call the inner child that is blocking your money now. 3, 2, 1. The inner child will come and stand in front of you. Look at the inner child. How does inner child look like? What is the reason that inner child is not liking the flow of energy in your life? Breathe. Go near to your inner child. Hold the hands, look into the eyes, and say to inner child, you are safe. You are safe totally and completely now. You got disintegrated because I didn't know what to do that time. Today, I have grown enough to take care of you and to keep you safe. Allow the inner child to breathe and let go. Let go of his fears, doubts, or anger that the inner child is holding towards money. It's over. It ends now. Say to yourself, I allow my inner child to let go of all doubts, fears, and unsafe feeling towards money. It's over. It ends now. I allow my inner child to let go of all the anger that the inner child is holding towards money. It's over. It ends now. I let it go. It's over. It ends now. And now, at the count of 3, another inner child will come and stand in front of you. The inner child that is rebelling money in your life. 3, 2, 1, now. First thought, first impression, first feeling. The inner child that is rebelling money. Look at your inner child. hold the hands, look into the eyes, and show a lot of love and harmony to this inner child. Love is the only key to let go the rebel in the inner child towards money. So show a lot of love and compassion towards the inner child so that your inner child can let go the need of rebel towards money. Breathe into your body and say to yourself, the need of repelling flow of money is over. It ends now. The need of repelling flow of money is over. It ends now. Allow the inner child to let go the energy of repel totally and completely. And in return, allow the inner child to create harmony and respect towards money. I take back and integrate harmony and respect towards money right now, right here, totally and completely. Integrate both the inner child into each other. They will become one. And allow this inner child to integrate into you, creating the flow of money in your life with ease and joy. Integrate, merge, and grow these inner children to the current age. Breathe into your body and say to yourself, I allow the flow of money in my life with love, respect, harmony. I enjoy money, and it is my right to enjoy money. I allow myself to receive money from the universe and from everywhere around me. I allow the flow of money in my life totally, completely. I deserve it. I accept it. I allow it to happen now. Breathe into your body and feel a golden sunlight above you coming down into you, inside and outside your body, coming down through your scalp, down, crossing your throat, crossing your chest, your abdomen, lower abdomen, and going into the base of your spine. Let the sunlight be there at the base of your spine. And now from the base of your spine, allow the spine to go into the Mother Earth like a root or light or a vibration, to go into Mother Earth and pull the energies of the Mother Earth into your spine. So at the base of the spine, the energy of the Mother Earth and the golden light of the sun is getting merged. The golden light of the sun provides abundance to you, and the Mother Earth energy nourish and expand the abundance into productivity and enjoyment. Allow the energies to get merged, and with each and every breath you're taking now, expand this energy into each and every cell, each and every part, each and every organ of your body. The more you're expanding it, the more you're creating the flow of energy in your life. And the Mother Earth energy will help you to nourish your abundance with ease and joy. So allow the golden sunlight to provide abundance in your life, and allow Mother Earth energy to nourish the flow of energy of money in your life. Breathe and allow this energy to expand inside and outside you. I deserve and I accept the flow of money totally and completely with love, compassion, dignity, respect, and trust. I allow the flow of energy in my life right now, right here, with love, compassion, respect, dignity, and trust. It is my right to receive and my right to enjoy money, no matter where it is coming from. Let universe choose the best possible ways to send abundance to you. Just trust and be open to receive. Keep on breathing. Allow the golden sunlight to go where it belongs to. Allow the Mother Earth energy to go where it belongs to. Say thank you to both their energy, knowing the fact they are always there to you to provide. Keep on breathing and feel the energy of money in your body. Increase your vibrations of the body to receive it, to accept it, to enjoy it. The higher the vibration, the higher the flow of money. Allow it to happen now. Keep on breathing and start integrating your energies, your consciousness into your physical body. Feel your back, feel your shoulder, feel top of your head. Integrate, 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 and bring back your awareness into the room. Open your eyes now. Integrate, integrate, integrate. Bring back your awareness into the room. Open your eyes now.
I think we'll end the meeting here. Everybody's again in that space. So if anybody wants to share anything, please share in the group. It would be nice for others also to know. Okay, Sushma wants to know if there is any affirmation after meditation that they can do.
Disassociate with what? You mean to disassociate with your parents? Okay. So, see, it is a very long process to do with that. We have already done in the earlier sessions. So what Deepti will do is she will share the link where we have disconnected with the parents towards money and flow of money and all.
So Sushma, you're part of the inner child group? Because if you're part of that group, I'll put it in that group. We have put it previously, I'll put it again, the previous links. You can actually go through those meditations where I think we have done 4 or 5 sessions, receiving self-worth from parents, receiving feminine and masculine energy from parents, reconnecting with them, giving them back what doesn't work for us anymore. So there are multiple sessions which are there. I'll send the links on the group again.
So I think she's in inner child group.
That's what I'm asking. Sushma, if you can just confirm you're in the inner child group. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll send the link again. So if for anybody else also for whom parents have come up majorly in the money thing, you can do those meditations again. All those meditations are titled, so you can look at what works for you and you can do that.
So I had an aunt and my sister who came up.
It could be anyone. Yes.
Those meditations would still work.
Yes. So instead of first imagine your parents, then imagine them and let it go. So you also need to let go of the energies of your brother. Okay, Sushma?
You know, what is amazing is that our money energies are so intertwined with our family members. It's not just us.
Obviously, it is. That is where you form your belief system. And that is why we are doing the workshop on belief system towards money.
Yeah, yeah, that's something which we are planning mid-August, 7-day workshop on belief systems, where we will look at purely belief systems around health, relationships and money. But I think money is 5 days, relationship is 1 day, and health is 1 day. Yeah.
In 5 days, we are going to connect nearly to 35 to 40 belief systems in you.
Wow.
You know, what I found amazing was when Dr. Kirti and me were discussing this, that she said that she's actually gone through a course where just for each area, there are some 140, right? Is what you said, belief systems that she's learned in each of these areas. I mean, imagine the number of beliefs that we carry then.
Yeah.
So that's when we thought that, you know, we should do this. So in a day, because I think we can manage around 8 to 10 beliefs maximum in one session.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, the thing is like out of 8 to 10, people might be holding either all 8, 10, or they could be holding on 4 to 5. Then we have to release that also out. So it will be like 30-minute session on whole. Like more than that, I mean to say the meditation part.
Yeah, Dr. Kirti, please share in the affirmation group if you are performing any of the programs. So we would like to join it.
Definitely, I'll let you know. Definitely.
And don't delete that group so we can be the part of that.
Yes. I'm not deleting that group, but I cannot send the affirmation videos through the mail because there is a limited access to that.
It's okay.
So till August,
but whenever you are going to start any of your programs, so we will really like to join. So please keep on sending the links and all that.
Definitely.
So we will not miss
Many
it.
of them have joined for Chakra also.
Even I wanted to join, but I told you, because of some problem that day. Yeah, otherwise I was very interested in that.
No problem.
But the days are not matching with me. Yeah. Because I can't join it because I'm in one program. So that's why the problem is there. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, chalo. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
We'll see you all next Monday, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Bye.
good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye. Good night. Take care, all of you. Bye. Good night.